Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. Here are your hosts, Scott Bear and Jeremiah Johnson.
Last week on Lost at Home podcast.
You call that a knife? That's a knife.
Thanks for being on the show, Mr. Cruise. I'm sorry, Tom Cruise. Oh, he hung up.
Oh my god, I think he's dead.
I don't know where I am or what I'm doing, but this turkey's getting fucked.
Wow, Scott, thank you so much for this gift. My dead mom's head in the box.
And I don't want to bring down the mood, but that is where the bodies are buried, and if you're looking for them... Well, that was a quick recap of last week's episode. A lot of people missed that one. It went up on air for a little while. I don't know that it's still up. I think it was for a few lucky listeners who caught it in the half hour where Jer had submitted the idea.
Yep.
The show was up. It was live. And then we took it down. Mr. Cruise's lawyers, the Church of Scientology, to be clear, they were not happy about most of the content of that episode.
Yeah, I was very surprised that he agreed to be on the show, but we did actually blatantly lie and tell him we were a Scientology podcast. And so, I'm not that surprised that the lawyers came after us and also killed my mom during the
you and I lost a lot of family members, but on the plus side, it is December now, and we're edging into Christmas.
Yeah.
Edging, yeah. Less gifts to buy for those dead relatives.
That's right, baby.
You don't put flowers on a grave in winter.
I mean, you can. I don't know why you...
Oh, no. I'm just shouting out my album name. I just came out an album over the last week.
Cool.
I skipped Thanksgiving.
That's a pretty sweet album name, actually.
Yeah, you don't put flowers on a grave in winter.
Yeah. So we did all that work. We recorded that episode.
And that
the
album.
week of Thanksgiving and that album, that whole week. I missed Thanksgiving because of that, and then we weren't even allowed to air it. So anyway,
thanks, Church of Scientology.
So we do want to.
Can we even say that? Like, they were pretty strict.
Here's the thing, they would have to prove that you were just being sarcastic. As long as you say thank you, Church of Scientology, they would have to prove that that's sarcasm. I don't think they're going to do that.
So if I went into court, I'd have to keep that tone up.
Is there a precedent? Yeah, you would have to be like, yeah, what's your name? Scott Bear, I guess.
The whole time.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. I promise to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah, you'd have to keep that up the entire legal proceeding.
Air quotes. Yeah, exactly. Just because people would be like, I guess that's just his tone all the time.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be able to tell. Anyway, so we're back for a show. We're going to steer clear of the Scientology content going forward. Maybe not. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. Fuck Tom Cruise. Fuck Scientology. I did it. I'm brave.
I'm looking at the door right now. I'm brave. I'm waiting for men in boots, like Nazi Germany, to kick our door down.
Here come the men in boots.
Now I just want to hear a Men in Black redo about Nazis.
Yeah. They're stepping high, putting the hands up, pointing to the sky. Like
I was curious how much of the original song you knew to rip off.
Ha! I just don't. I just know it's ha! Yeah, that's right. Getting Nazi with it.
Get Nazi with it.
Yeah.
Right. Getting Nazi with it. Dun 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 dun. Get Nazi with it.
Dun 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 dun
Wait,
dun.
I was gonna say that wasn't the tune to that song.
No.
What was that the tune to?
Na 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 na. I don't know. I think we're thinking. We've sung 4 different songs now.
Hey, if any of those songs ring a bell with you, make sure to hit us up on our fan group. Hit up Facebook. That's where our fan group is. It's an invite only because we're pretty randy on there. So if you want to join the discussion and maybe let us know what one of those 5 songs we just sung was, besides the Will Smith hits. I don't even want to say those words out loud. That was actually a hit.
It's a hit. It was a big hit. It was.
I know.
It was no Wild Wild West. Wiki wild. Wiki. I don't know if I.
We got a giant spider made of steam. I'm Will Smith, and I'm really mean.
No, you're not. Yeah, you're right.
What I like is that Wild Wild West was actually made after a relatively decent TV show, and the movie was so bad.
Yeah, but I did love the giant spider because I've always wanted a robot spider I could drive around in.
I do like me some Klein too.
Yep. Yeah, overall, it had potential, which is actually
it was racist as fuck too.
Steampunk.
Didn't they say the N-word a couple times?
I believe
because it was racially appropriate at the time.
Yes, yeah. I believe actually it was just they wrote it in for Will Smith. His whole line was I really wish I wasn't a, and then he said N-word, and because it was written by a white man and directed by a white man. I'm guessing maybe actually I don't even know if it was or
now
not.
The irony of you talking about Will Smith is that we do have a special guest for this week's episode. This Friday, December 9th, is Krampus Day.
December 9th is a Monday.
Backtrack that by 3 days.
Okay,
December
cool.
6th?
6th, yes.
I want to say
Friday.
6th?
Yep.
Is this Friday? It is Krampus Day, and we love Krampus Day. So we actually did a little bit of research. We did a little bit of digging. We reached out to some agents, some people out there in the world who know a little bit more than us about other people.
We got Tom Cruise
We got
again.
connections. We got Tom Cruise, but we got Krampus this week. I think he's only here for a moment, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if he sticks around or not.
Yeah, boy, it'd be.
Merry Christmas, everybody! Krampus here.
Hey, Krampus, how are you?
I've been pretty good. Very few people know the story of Krampus.
Well, I mean, we tell our listeners every year the story of Krampus.
Well,
but
if you think you know the story of Krampus, how about you go ahead and just tell us all?
Well, I was actually just going to say, I think a lot of people think they know the story of Krampus, but I would like to hear it from the horse's mouth. I would like to say, because we've told it year after year, some of the stuff about what you do, but I also don't want to have any, like, we've been reading it on Wikipedia, things like that. Maybe it's incorrect. Maybe
parts of it are right.
Do you put children in sacks and beat them with reeds?
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, I know all of that. Well, it's like the kids on, before Christmas Eve, put them in a sack and we'll beat them.
Okay.
I said, Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, Jimmy. And he goes, ah. And I said, shut up, Jimmy. If I didn't hit you hard enough to not talk, you're not beaten enough.
So you're a child beater. Then.
Well, a lot of things. A lot of people don't know about Krampus is he has a whole other life. 364 days a year.
Yeah, well, I actually heard that you are like a bit of a hip hop mogul and you're a producer. That you've been producing a lot of other like
Krampus-related. There's a story behind that. Oh, you say, everybody. When I was a little bit of a boy, a little tiny Krampus.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I did,
baby Krampus, probably adorable like Baby Yoda.
I decided I'd do a good act as Krampus, getting our kids in the sack by acting. You know, a new kid wants to get into a little tiny sack. So all the acting turned into my role as Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, so you actually were Jimmy Stewart.
Krampus and Jimmy Stewart, you heard it here first. Same person.
Yep.
I was running down those streets going, Merry Christmas, everybody. And then at the same time, I was thinking about how I'm going to beat those kids.
Well, so you faked You faked your own death in 1997.
I died naturally as Jimmy Stewart.
Yep.
And I came back in 1998 as Jaden Smith.
And when you fought in World War II, which I don't know if you actually fought in World War II. Maybe you did. You just perform?
I was already in Europe, and I was born. Oh, it was like, Merry Christmas, everybody, and they're like, it's June. Grab a gun. It's D-Day. And I'm like, oh, Merry D-Day, everybody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. You just ran around saying Merry D-Day.
Oh, Merry D-Day. They gave me a gun, and I was like, Merry D-Day, everybody. Well, I did the D-Day, and I did the Krampus stuff, and then I died. And then I came back as Jaden Smith.
I was going to say, you did look a little bit... we were talking about your dad earlier, actually, Jaden Smith.
Well, that was actually when we were talking earlier. That's exactly why I thought the lead-in would work perfectly for our guest. Is that we were talking about Will Smith?
Because he looks like Jaden Smith. Does not sound like him, but he looks like what you played in Karate Kid? Is that it?
I was the Karate Kid. I was like, I'm gonna hit you like Krampus, and they were like, cut.
I know. I heard. I saw that.
I was there. The director literally said, cut.
I saw that actually on the Blu-ray release. They had the deleted scenes,
and he kept saying Krampus all the time.
Yeah, there was one where it was just him.
Krampus off.
Yep.
No. They cut that too.
They're like, wax on, wax off.
He
yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna do the Krampus kick, and they're like, no, it's crane.
It's crane.
It's crane. You were so close. You start with the C, hard C sounds like a K.
Yeah. Krampus, Crane. No.
So Krampus, what has it been like being two of Hollywood's iconic faces? One that will last a lifetime, and the second one that's
second one was forgotten about decades ago.
Yeah,
before he was born.
I tried my best to be a good actor. I figured I wasn't Jimmy Stewart, and Miracle on 34th Street. Was that it? What was that movie I was in?
Which one? You mean the Merry Christmas, all everybody?
Yeah, that one.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, in America, It's a Wonderful Life came when I was much old. I was in my 30s, in my human years. That's 304 in my years.
Oh, okay. They've got different years.
So Jaden Smith, me, we got years to go. No, okay. So,
yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'd rather hear you come back when Jaden Smith's career takes off.
I think Karate Kid's as far as it goes. Although, wasn't he in that movie with his dad too at one time?
Yeah, no one wants to remember that one.
I never saw it.
The M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Was that?
That was an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
It was.
Last Earth, Alone on Earth.
Yeah.
Past Earth.
That was a Shyamalan.
After Earth.
After Earth, yeah.
It was something like that.
After Earth, I believe, yeah.
I have to echo my dad. It wasn't actually my dad, though. I was like, Merry Christmas, everybody. And he was like, it's not Christmas, Jaden. You need to stop saying that. And I was like, oh, Daddy, spank me.
Oh, okay.
Things oh no, we don't need to hear that. No. But honestly, you're right. In about 10 years, you'll probably hit Jimmy Stewart's age when he did It's a Wonderful Life, and that's where his career really took off. So maybe Krampus, can we have you back in like 10 years? I think I'm just gonna see in like 4 days when this show drops. I'm gonna come to your house and spank you.
Well, you're all about the spankings.
I'm you know what, Krampus? Do that.
I think
do that. I'm down. Down.
By the way, I think you were closer to 40 when you did A Wonderful Life. So it's a wonderful life.
Jaden's got a lot of time. I got a lot of time to kill then. I'm just gonna take my what's her name? My sister.
Yeah, I mean you're about halfway. You're about halfway there. You're 21 years old as Jaden right now.
I'm gonna do my sister then. I'm gonna whip it back and forth. But with a whip on your ass.
Yeah. Willow just whips her hair back and forth.
I'm going to whip it back and forth on your ass. All right. Krampus, we appreciate you coming to the show. Thank you very much. Here, let's give him a round of applause real quick. Thank you very much, Krampus. I'm just going to see myself out. Merry Krampus Day, everybody.
If you could actually scoop up those Scientology lawyers that have been peeping around on your way out, maybe whip them up. You can do anything you want with them.
I'm going to put them in a bag and I'm going to rape them.
Okay, sweet.
Merry Rapus, everybody.
Classic Krampus.
Merry Rapus.
Classic Krampus. There he is.
He just left.
Knocking his knuckles on the table as he leaves, of course. Well, okay. We got Krampus here. I want to maybe get to some horror picks before we get into the show proper. I switched this up from what you had in the notes because I actually watched a rather charming movie that I wanted to watch last year.
Was this the musical?
This is the musical. And here's the thing: is if people out there,
it's in my queue.
It's Anna and the Apocalypse. It's on Hulu and Prime right now streaming. You can rent it as well other places, but those are the two places that's streaming. If you have subscriptions. And I will say, anybody who is really turned off by extremely poppy musical music might not like this. But the fact that it's essentially like the style of music of like High School Musical set against a zombie apocalypse. So it's tongue in cheek in that way, but the music is actually not tongue in cheek. It's just really, really well written High School Musical style music. So it's extremely popular, like poppy music written for an ensemble, to the point where like I watch it, I'm like, oh, okay, I actually like some of that extremely cheesy poppy music, but I'm not gonna watch like High School Musical or Glee because the subject matter is just not gonna like get to me. Same with a lot of musicals. I want to see Beetlejuice on Broadway. That's supposed to be good. But like musicals in general, a lot of times the subject matter just doesn't hit me. So I was glad to be able to watch this and be like, oh, sweet, okay, I can give myself an excuse to watch an extremely poppy musical with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek stuff, but at the same time, the music is just really well written. It's not like parody whatsoever. So
yeah, I'd heard that most of the music from that was written by John Payne from Asia and the Christian bassist from Korn.
Cool.
I'm excited to see how that turns out.
We actually we usually like to give real facts on this show. we don't.
That is not true, by the way.
Not alternative facts, but I mean, because a lot of people out there who have seen it probably know that's not true, but those that you don't go, oh, maybe that's, I don't know. A lot of people do weird things afterwards. Anyway, my horror pick of the week, Anna and the Apocalypse. So charming. Also Christmas themed. It's Scottish zombie comedy musical Christmas movie.
My horror pick was going to be a movie. The movie got canceled. It is now going to be a stage play. So if anyone wants to go to see Michael Jackson's Magic Glove, which I believe has a completely different title, but I'm not even going to look it up right now. Johnny Depp has been for years trying to make an entire movie about Johnny Depp and how his sequin glove is an alien life form.
Smell my finger.
They came from space, took over his hand, and forced him to do his pedophilia.
Yeah, smell my finger. It smells like little child butt.
So, oh, that must be hard to clean out the sequins.
Oh, I just got to get new sequins on it every time child butt poop gets smeared all over it. Because I like to finger those little babies. I like to put it right up inside them and go, hee hee hee. And then, oh yeah, I go, Jamon. And I just go up and down inside the little butt and outside the little butt. And I lost plenty of sequins that way. But then I said, you got a piece of Michael inside of you now. And then sometimes the kids die because you ain't supposed to put these sequins inside you. No, sirree, Bob. Is this a Michael Jackson impression? Could be. He's dead. Anyway. Looking forward to it.
So this is an unauthorized musical. Johnny Depp did try shopping it around. It's failed hard.
Yeah.
It is called For the Love of the Glove, an unauthorized musical fable about the life of Michael Jackson as told by his glove.
It's kind of interesting.
And it's an alien life form that came from space, latched onto his hand, and made him fuck kids.
If this was made by...
And Johnny Depp is producing this as a stage musical.
But
I want to see this worse than the Book of Mormon.
I would as long as Johnny Depp, the guy, I don't know if he's doing... If he was doing this as he's an actual funny thing.
Oh, yeah.
Great, yes.
It is a funny thing.
Yes,
those kids got raped, Jer. It's hilarious.
Well, I mean, it's about but in other words, Johnny Depp is so weird. He might actually think he's I think legitimately weird now.
Yeah,
he has been, not now. He has been for a while. He's not made any good movies forever, and he just does a really weird shit. And I think he's he almost has fallen into this Kanye mentality where he just assumes everything he does is genius. So he's like, sure, I can play a Native American in as Tonto or whatever. But I don't know. I hope he comes back. I hope he gets Edward Scissorhandsy again.
I did misspeak slightly. He didn't shop it around as a movie. He was asked to do a biopic on Michael Jackson for TV. What ended up happening was he didn't know how to deal with the child abuse, so his take was...
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
What if it was an alien glove that made him fuck all those kids with his little fucking sequin fingers?
So it goes from the TV, biopic to...
well, if you think about a movie... A lot of movie studios might be like, green light that. That's fucking weird and awesome.
Yeah.
I'm Harvey Weinstein, and that's weird and awesome. Let me go jerk off in this plant. I call that my money tree.
Yeah, give me...
here's a money shot for my money tree.
Yeah, give me that glove.
Look at all that money I just made.
Give me that glove.
Stop looking at my dick and the ficus. Did I say money tree? That's just a ficus. I just call it my money tree, because if you look over my other shoulder, I have a 1920s ticker. Oh, look at that ticker go. See that little ticker tape of paper coming off? That's all the money I made. Oh, I'm Harvey Weinstein, and I'm going to jerk off in that ticker tape pile.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's all sticky.
Wow, he's really incriminating himself on this recording.
And that was the day paper mache was invented.
4 years ago.
I'm Harvey Weinstein. I didn't rape anyone. Yeah. I invented paper mache. I call ficuses money trees. I didn't touch that girl. Maybe that one. Not that one. Maybe that one. Not that one. And why are you even here? I look at you and I want to... Oh, fuck. I'm just jerking off in a plan again, aren't I?
Old habits die hard.
I was going to say puke in a trash can because you're ugly. But yeah, I got this ficus money tree over here.
Yeah.
To this point, I'm using my own semen to glue dollar bills to its leaves, so it at least makes ironic sense.
Well, I will also say, so if anybody has any memories of using paper mache like when you were a kid before 4 years ago, that's actually the Mandela effect in effect. It hasn't.
Yeah,
exactly
you didn't. Beigeface started when he jerked off on
Like
a
4
pile
years
of
ago.
ticker tape stockbroking money.
Yep.
And he's the only person alive with an actual working ticker tape hooked to the electronic stock market.
Yes. Yeah.
Like those things are not
Just to-
internet ready.
just-
those
just to
don't
jerk
have
off-
those
no.
don't have Ethernet ports.
No. Though, like he's getting all this information 2.5 days late.
He raped so many IT guys to get that Ethernet port installed, and he could have just asked. It's not hard.
No, not at all. Yeah. I mean, anyway.
Just the trail of raped bodies in the wake of that ticker tape.
So Michael Jackson's glove.
Yeah, that's
stage
my
play.
that's my pick. Yeah.
Cool. All right. That's
All right.
sounds
So we
horrific
never
enough.
actually explained the show.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And we're
yeah.
about to jump in the show proper, so this seems
Well,
like
especially
a
some people may have
fitting
like
moment.
this is it's probably been a few weeks since people have heard a regular show because
We've done some irregular shows.
we have done some irregular shows. Last week we weren't able to actually because of the
Dude,
Scientology
last week
thing.
we had the best episode we've ever recorded, and we're legally not allowed to air it outside of anyone who heard it in that 30-minute gap. Where
the fact
we
that
got
some
slightly
of our
sued.
favorite
we got soft sued.
some of our favorite comedian we got a cease and desist. Yeah,
It's a soft sue.
So the fact that some of our favorite comedians were laughing their asses off listening to it and like sent their like regards and said it was the funniest episode they'd ever heard.
Joe Rogan said he'll suck my dick if we air it for real, and I'm wondering.
Well, granted,
I'm wondering
that's his stock
lawsuit or a Joe Rogan blowjob, which I feel like is kind of like someone. I don't know. I feel like a Joe Rogan blowjob is like being homeless and having someone throw a Starbucks cup at you.
Well, I think I mean I feel like you kind of get that same email from him every week where he offers to give you a blowjob. So I don't know if that had to do with the show.
I feel like that's a mass email, but my name's in it, and I know bots can inject names, but it feels very personal.
Yeah, it did misspell it as bot bear, but
Yeah, and one T on my name when it said it later in the story. Like
one T at the
SCOT.
end of bear. Yeah, Barrett.
One T.
It was Sco Barrett.
Barrett, Scope Barrett.
Yeah, only one T in your entire name. Sco Barrett.
He thought it was his Finnish friend.
Yes, Sco Barrett. I would still love to very much give hand job, blow job, sucking.
I mean, I was confused when he said, "How's the dyke?" and I said, "My wife's doing well."
Oh, Jesus. So what are we for a show?
We are a show that takes weird stories from the internet, deep, dark stories that don't get covered by major media sources. And what we do is we source those stories for our own show. We explain them, we talk about them, we laugh about them, then we twist them into new content. That new content can be anything from a TV pilot, a movie plot, I don't know, a comic book, a novel. Really doesn't matter, just as long as it's new content. And we do have a disclaimer. If we don't say we want to own it personally, which happens very rarely, you are able to make this in the wild and develop it, but we just want a credit in the credits.
I think I can only remember 3 things specifically that were like, we really want to
Trunk
make
was number one, I think.
Trunk, there was the... and actually, one of them technically wasn't us saying we want to make it, we just really want to be a part of it, is that survival game where you make anything.
the ultimate sandbox
Yes,
game.
and then the one that I actually still legitimately want to write, which was one of the most serious ones that we ever had. Remember the blood cult from South America or Central America?
Just the movie of
the,
that.
like a movie or a story idea. I actually have that written down, and like I've been slowly piecing things together.
This naked mega goddess just murdering people while she's naked. It feels like a trauma movie.
I was not going to make it a trouble movie. I was going to make it a very serious movie.
No. It should be should be like Green Inferno.
It's good, like Green Inferno
meets Cannibal Corpse or Cannibal Holocaust.
No, but like that level of like brutality, but also on the front end of it, like you probably haven't
But
seen
shoot it like
Nightingale or anything like that. But
shoot it like Hereditary.
Oh yeah,
or
like something like Nightingale where it's very serious,
Yeah.
but the brutality is just monstrous. So
Yeah.
Anyway, so regardless, yes.
So what we're saying is
we're
we're casting a powerful female nude lead who's not afraid of putting fake blood on her tits.
Central South American.
In race, yeah, just to make it work. If you want to send any resume/photos, photos must be attached to resume, full body nudes.
You're asking for
that
nudes
is
from our listeners.
Lost to Know podcast at gmail.com. That is our email address for the show. We are casting that currently. We need Central American women or Northerner or Southerner, depending on how you live. If you're Canadian and you feel like you're willing to blackface this one.
It's like brownish
tan face this one. Beige face. If you're willing to beige face this one,
which means you can be black and beige face too.
I found the title of this episode.
Beige face.
Beige face.
Oh man, I actually farted when I laughed there.
If you're okay with that and you want to send full body nudes, we'll put filters over it to see how beige we can get you.
I'm writing Beigeface as the title.
I'm just an Instagram filter. Beige. More beige.
Yeah.
More beige. Yeah. Advanced beige.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it, I've gone to sepia tone. Fuck. Sepia face is a little too aggressive.
She looks jaundiced.
Yeah. I will say that I just want to point out that this is not me, Jeremiah, asking for personal nudes. I would never do something like that. But Scott,
this is the Lost and Own production company.
Yes, exactly. So
we're gonna film this fucker. So send your nudes.
Send your beige nudes. Beige nudes needed. All right.
I mean, hey, number one, I don't want to be exclusatory. If you're a guy and you think you're
honestly, we do need
gender.
Based on that story, we actually need two dudes that are willing to be part of the sex cult as well. We're actually going to need a 2-on-1 situation here. So we're going to need two beige dudes as well.
And we're also going to film this back to back with the reboot of it, where we gender swap everyone.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Everyone feel free.
Yeah, but we're gonna record it the way that it's actually intended first, based on the historical thing. That way, people will really get rip shit about us female doing an all, not even all, just a gender swap version of it, because we want that Ghostbusters misogynistic fucking outcry treatment.
Wait. My lawyer's talking to me. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, really, dude. Wait, really? I have to sign that now? Okay, hold on. Okay, we're done? Okay, we're done. Okay, my lawyer just said we can do this. 18 and up, full nudes 100%, partial nudes can actually, according to the contract I just signed, prosecutable by law. Us to them.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, if they're like nudes from the top up and not bottom down, we can actually sue them for sending that to us.
Oh, wait, hold on.
We have a good contract, and we have the best lawyer in the business. Thank you very much, Sal. Sal has... he's smoking crack out back. I can see him through the back window with Krampus.
Yeah, he's sucking on Krampus pretty good.
Well, that's how you get crack.
Yeah. Krampus is crack. Well, I don't know if you read this over closely, but it also says that that it's actually nude bottom only. So, in other words, the top up, they need to be fully dressed. So it's actually just hanging dong.
Sal!
Yeah, no, Sal. He may have been a little.
I'll text him.
He may have been a little mentally compromised / high.
I'll text him.
Okay. Well, as you're doing that, I'm going to jump into.
He clarified. Males, waist down nude. Females, waist up nude.
Okay. So we got dicks and tits.
Yeah. That's what Sal likes, apparently. Dicks and tits. Oh, shit. He's just sucking on Krampus hard. Wow. I've never seen a lawyer go that hard for a case.
I think as we get to the bottom of this, we're going to need to just go ahead and ride on into web droppings here.
Let's do it.
Dropping 2.0.
All right, Jer, you bring the first story to the table this week. This is a bit of a misnomer, a little typo.
Yeah. This is a not the story itself. I mean, I wrote the story correctly, yes, but it's a holiday story, Christmas story, if you will. And this is about a British Columbia town accidentally inviting everyone to take photos with Satan at their Christmas fair. Now,
fucking love it. The best part of this would be if Satan was there.
If Satan actually if that was the other part, clearly, okay, people probably already get it. They mistyped Santa.
What town is this?
This is in British Columbia.
I would love it if this British Columbian town literally was like, well, we've opted to go the Satan route this year.
Yeah.
There was literally a guy in a generic red costume with a pointy hair.
Courtney, it looks like. One of the activities at Courtney's Christmas Fair. Now, photos with Satan instead of photos with Santa, but I do like the fact that they also fucked up and actually just got Satan there. So if somebody dressed as Satan, like, oh shit, we really fucked up.
Well, the same typos in everything, right? Like, it's in the advert for Santas.
Needed
one
Satan. And then suddenly they show up and
be
people
older, beard and fat. They're like, what?
All right.
Okay,
all right,
you guys are very specific on your Satans.
Yep. And then the people that are doing the hiring are like, well, it says we're supposed to hire a Satan, so I guess we just hire a Satan. And no, this actually got caught pretty quick.
I have the content, by the way.
Yes. Luckily, okay, the thing about doing stuff like Satan instead of Santa is spell check's not going to catch it. So you need to actually have real editors looking at your shit, which is why you always, if you run a fucking newspaper, need real editors. Because
editors are getting fired right and left since newspapers are dying, and they're trying to trim costs. So basically you have one editor doing the entire paper.
So their editing is not really thorough editing.
Yeah, usually you'd have editorial editors, you'd have content editors. Yeah, you'd have a multitude.
Because there's people who would actually editors for the most part. Like if you get an editor for a book or something, they actually try to make they're editing not for like grammar stuff. They're doing that as well. But
too.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, you need these are things to make it sound better. Now with journalism, for the most part, it's like, your story's they might chop some stuff out to get it to a word count, but for the most part, they're like, just make sure pass it through a filter, see if there are any fucking squiggly underlines that say there's a grammar or spelling.
Yeah, Satan is a real word, just like Santa, so no squiggly underlines.
Exactly, but the thing is though, they caught it relatively quickly, and they reprinted it like the following day. But of course, in the days of the internets, everything lasts forever. So they caught it, and now it is perpetually out there for everybody to see.
So my movie idea here is Satan's coming to town instead of Santa's coming to town. Yep. The preface for the story is, and this would be like a prologue to the movie, every year the real Santa answers the call to come to a town and be the Santa, where all the kids sit in his lap and pee on his leg and all that stuff. But it's the actual real Santa for one town. He picked a favorite town. Maybe it's like where he was born as a human before he became the immortal
Nordic
Santa.
Or whatever, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter where in the world this
is.
It's
like Finnish or something like that. Yeah, fuck it.
But,
it's an up north, like cute little quaint Swedish town or something like that.
And every time they write in the newspaper, Santa's coming to town, it's his like bat signal. He knows it's his time to come down. This one year, the editor fucks up and it says Satan.
Yep.
The bat signal goes down instead of up.
Okay.
Satan comes up and takes over the role of Santa, and hilarity ensues. Like Bad
and guess
Santa.
What? And it turns out
it's like Bad Santa.
And it turns out
he gives Krampus.
He gives everybody like the best gifts ever, because like sinful gifts are the best. Like kids are getting blowjob machines and fuck robots.
One kid says he wants like his new like an airsoft rifle, and he gets like a rifle,
like an AK-47.
Yeah,
in a place where he's not supposed to have it. He fucking blows his parents away.
Some little girl wants a doll, but also hates her best friend, and he like forces the best friend to be a doll.
Like literally, like it's just like essentially them like stuffed inside of like a plastic casing,
a porcelain casing.
Yeah, so it's just you can hear like, yeah. He's like, I like you too, Dolly.
Yeah.
Oh, and then of course somebody'd be like, excuse me, you go.
You go. Isn't that an old model of car? Didn't those go out of fashion years ago, like before the Rabbit and the Chevette?
Did they?
I don't know. I'm asking you, Jay. Why don't you answer? It's not good content when you twist it into something Jer can't respond to. Here, let's ask Jer more questions. Hey, how's breathing going?
Sounds pretty good. No, I was gonna say like somebody was all like,
"Hey, you know what's not hard? Me and breathing."
Nobody's just like, I want to.
Chair just steamrolls through that.
I want to win the next big race. He just gives him a big old bag of fucking cocaine or something like that. Like all the sinful shit.
No.
He's getting kids. He's getting kids. He's getting kids drugs. He's getting kids fucking drunk.
I want to win the next big race, and he hands them a pointed white hood.
Oh God.
Yeah. Like a nail-filled baseball bat.
Yep.
And a copy of Mein Kampf and a noose. And he's like, you go win that next big race.
Yeah, and then kill yourself, you piece of shit. That's what the noose is for.
But yeah,
like, I thought it was for a lynching. Nope, this is for you to kill yourself.
But yeah, he twists every kid.
I don't even want you in hell.
Yeah, basically, Satan gets brought to the town Santa should be visiting, and he actually does fulfill the kids' wishes, but in the darkest ways possible. And the kids probably love it. But that's not what kids are about. Kids are too young and dumb to know that it's wrong.
So in the in the town hall that they were throwing this in, they actually have a picture that somebody posted on social media of what it is. So at 10 to 2 p.m. The whole time they've got the gnarly Christmas craft fair. At 10:30 a.m. in that window, Captain Thunderpants
gnarly,
comes in there,
gnarly.
And then at 11:15 a.m., that's when Pictures with Satan happen. So right after Captain Thunderpants, before the Christmas craft fair is over.
I'm just getting an update to the show, Jer. Captain Thunderpants has been arrested for sexual misconduct.
Oh yeah, he molested.
Apparently, he
a
keeps
lot
telling people, that he's got thunder in his pants. Do you want to be able to grab thunder? And kids are like, "That's the sound lightning makes." And he goes, "That's why it's special that you can grab it this one time a year." And the kids are like, "I guess so." And then they reach in his pants, and he
he got in a lot.
he got which is the sound his dick makes.
Yeah, Captain Thunderpants does have that sound going on. That's a real thing, though, Captain Thunderpants.
Actually, it is a real thing. For a moment, can we just be serious here?
No.
Millions of Americans yearly are affected by Captain Thunderpants. It's a disease that goes under the radar and, quite frankly, isn't talked about enough, mainly through embarrassment, bullying, and the peers of yours that look down on you when you say you have it. Now, there is hope. Welcome to Thunderstrikia. Thunderstrikia is not a pill. It is not a salve. It is not a cream. It is not a back massage. It is not a psychological path to fixing you. It is a cult that embraces people with Captain Thunderpants. If you want to join our cult, talk to Tom Cruise. Oh, shit. Beep that, Jared. Beep that. Do we beep that? Wait, never mind. We can do that in post. This is
Yeah, no, I can beat that. I'll totally remember. I'll make a... Yeah, that's
I know,
fine.
I read about that earlier, too, about Tom Cruise's Captain Thunderpants cult. It's basically a bunch of overweight, middle-aged men with beards who like to fuck little kids, and their dicks go wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. It's not cool, but Tom Cruise seems to like it.
Yeah, he likes a lot of weird things.
Can you beep that again? In post, I'll make notes here. I'm going to make timestamp
Yeah,
notes.
go ahead. Just assume that you're not going to get sued because I'm going to beep these.
No, I'm just making timestamp notes. I don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
Jared, do you want to move into the next story before I say another thing about Tom Cruise and what
yeah,
he said
we're
in our
gonna
last
talk
episode?
about Greta Thunberg, who we are probably legally allowed to talk about, and about
She's
how,
an underage girl that Jared's obsessed with.
I'm not obsessed with her, but she does some good work. You know?
I know. I'm just saying things out loud in front of a microphone.
Yeah, good. Say very incriminating things that sound awful. And
They will live forever on the internet. Nothing to worry about, Jared. No one's going to wonder when they select men of a certain age who have been said to really be obsessed with Greta Thunberg.
I think she's probably, what, 15, 16 or something like that, right?
You call her Greta Thunberg, so...
Captain Thunderpants. Oh, whoa. No.
It's the rare crossover comic of Captain Thunderpants meets Greta Thunderbird.
It's Thunberg, yes, but...
No, I'm calling her what I'm calling her. I read the comic, Jer. You wrote it. You illustrated it. You penned it and inked it. You didn't edit it, though.
Homage.
You didn't edit it, though.
It was an homage to climate change and solving it. Okay? Greta Thunderpants rides around the world, possibly nude, to solve climate change with her underage titties. Please don't. Why'd you bring me into this? Damn it, because now I got to riff on it.
She's literally flying on a Pegasus that shits unicorns.
But here,
No. Most people would say rainbows. That Pegasus shits unicorns. She flies over coal-burning plants and goes, "You want to look at my underage titties? Or burn coal?" And all those coal miners are like, "Did I hear underage titties?" Because, coal miners are all perverts. You heard it here first on the Lost No podcast.
Coal miners, perverts.
All coal miners are perverts.
But here's actually the twist in this M. Night Shyamalanian tale, the After Earth, if you will, of
that's the sound of a
Greta
twist.
Thunberg might actually be about 220 years old because apparently she looks exactly like somebody from a photo taken in 1898. And
she actually looks legit exactly like her.
It is an eerie similarity to this picture taken in 1898, but a lot of people look like a lot of people. So there's been this sort of fake conspiracy theory online, but you know how the fake conspiracy theories turn into real ones about people be like, "Oh, she's a time traveler," and she was like, it turns out she's gone back in time to the gold miner days and got a picture taken accidentally because she was trying to warn people, clearly has failed, of the dangers of coal mining and stuff like that. Now, clearly this is just a coincidence, but there have been some people online who have taken it a little more seriously than others because you have to watch out what you say online as a fake conspiracy theory because next thing you know, you have flat earthers. and you have people believing QAnon bullshit and stuff.
Yeah, and at one point I had a note after this note. There was a list of celebrities who also look like people from the past. Nicolas Cage is number one. He's got so many people in the past that look like him.
Yeah, Kickless Age.
You know the funny thing?
Some people just have those old
genetics. Well, no, just genetics. Have you ever designed a face in a video game? Like, were they allow you to make a character?
Every day for hours. That's all I do because I have no life. I'm a fucking loser like you.
I hate to say it. If I have a video game and they allow you to design your character, I spend more time designing that character than doing the tutorial.
Yeah, just don't look on my games because they may or may not all look like Greta Thunberg. Whatever her name is. No, Greta Thunberg, for people who don't know, all jokes aside, is, she's a climate change activist who was also young, who is, once she gets to be an adult, like she's already been given shit by the Republican
jerk off
Party
without crying.
No, I'm saying no. I never jerk off without crying. You know that. Come on, that's the only way I can get hard. But I can only get hard by feeling my own teardrops drip down my urethra. It's the only way I can get hard.
Inner lube.
Yes, yes, inner lube. And
my favorite movie from the 80s starring Martin Short.
Yeah, and the crazy thing
Interlude.
This is actually and then it makes me pop immediately, and I pop in my eyeball, then of course the tears come out because it hurts, and I drip it back down on my penis, and it's just a vicious cycle until I fucking come myself dry.
Was it Martin Short in Inner Space?
Martin Short?
He's way too young.
No, Inner Space was Martin Short is not young, but Inner Space was what's his name? It was
Colin McGregor.
But it was directed by Joe Dante. I remember that much. By the remember, I mean I'm looking it up now.
The maker of Dante's Peak.
Yes. And Dante's Inferno. Peak.
Ooh.
Dante's. Was that why it was called Dante's Peak?
And ironically, Tu Wong Fu.
Yes. Quaid. Oh, it does have Martin Short in it. Yes.
It is Martin Short.
But Quaid is like the main.
Dennis Quaid, right?
Yeah. Dennis Quaid. But yeah, Martin Short and Meg Ryan are also in that. Yes.
All right, so yeah, we came up with new content,
and it has music composed by Jerry Goldsmith. Jerry Goldsmith,
9 Inch Nails, featuring Jerry Goldsmith.
Hold on, let me also see if I can remember anything about it. It earned well over $25 million
Inner Space
in domestic gross revenue. It won an Oscar. The only film directed by Dante.
Inner Space won an Oscar?
Well, probably one for like technical or something like that.
Oh yeah, costume design or like food service, craft service.
Yeah. Considering it lost money. It was a budget of $27 million and earned $25 at the box office.
Really?
Domestic.
And won an Oscar for craft service.
Yeah.
Those bagels were on point. When they say everything, that's an everything bagel. There was crack on it. It was the 80s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And there was Coke and crack. Yeah. I don't even know why you put both on. One's good without the other, but it's like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, but they were just getting some of that like nice CIA like just recently peppered the crack into the black communities.
Yeah.
So it was dirt cheap back in those. It's dirt cheap now. Crack is cheap, I guess.
Is it?
That's why people smoke it so much. It's like cocaine is like the rich person's cocaine.
Is it?
Crack is the cheap person's cocaine. Yeah.
Huh.
It's a poor person's cocaine because it's cut with baking powder, baking soda. You probably have to figure out which one.
All I know is that crack is cooked down Coke, and all I can think of is like,
yes,
I once bought a large bottle of balsamic vinegar. Bear with me. I have a story to tell you.
It's not a reduction.
No,
it's not a cocaine reduction.
I reduce.
Do you think that crack is cocaine reduction? Like it's like a fancy.
I do. Yes, I do.
No, it's cooked with a bunch of other stuff as filler.
Because I did a quantity for quantity breakdown at home as a science experiment. I bought a bottle of balsamic glaze and a bottle of balsamic vinegar. Different ratios of volumes.
Right. Okay.
Cooked it down, figured out what was what, and the price point of cooking down your own store brand balsamic vinegar into balsamic reduction saves you no money from just buying a bottle of balsamic glaze.
The glaze, okay. Yeah.
And saves you the work. So, why are people cooking down their coke and crack? It makes no sense.
Reducing?
Reducing.
As you see here, we have a nice cocaine reduction. I believe you mean crack cocaine. Yes.
I'm going to say that from now on.
I think we got a new content for this story already. It's cocaine reduction.
I saw some kids in the back alley.
Yeah, they're smoking a cocaine reduction. That sounds very fancy. Wow, they must have been upper class.
Why don't crack kids do that? It would make themselves feel... Okay, the difference in crack and coke is rich and poor. Reduction makes you sound rich.
Yeah, yeah.
It makes you sound richer and richer. It makes
does,
you sound
yeah.
like someone who has money and knowledge.
I mean, but usually when you're reducing balsamic vinegar, you don't put a bunch of baking soda into it.
Have you ever been to my house? I cut my balsamic.
You're like reducing it in a spoon.
I cut it with vitamin D and baking soda.
Yeah, want to smoke some of this fucking balsamic? Oh, okay. You just smoke every reduction. That's why you assume. Okay.
No. We keep the clean we keep the clean noodles next to the clean needles, so you can either have a nice pasta primavera with a little reduction on top,
or shoot that fucker up.
shoot that reduction into your veins.
That's right. Yeah, you want some balsamic?
Unfortunately, my label gun at home doesn't have a or I.
Yeah. Well, you also
and basically, the only vowel I have is O and E. So every time I label it, it says noodles.
Yep.
Navels, noodles. Needles, noodles.
Noodles, yeah.
Noodles. Luckily, I win in this part. Fucking Scott gets one for his own fucking personal checking account.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
noodles
then you
are
accidentally,
noodles.
when you need the noodles, you accidentally eat the needles because you can't tell them apart.
Do you realize how much salt and a dash of oil you have to add to a
every
pot
noodle.
of boiling water to get needles to fucking get al dente?
You're just like throwing them against the wall to see if they stick.
They do. If you're accurate, point first.
Perfect. Al dente. Mwah. Al dente needles.
Also, a good episode title: Al dente needles.
I think I'm still sticking with Beigeface. All right, we're going into your story now.
Yeah.
we've got a little Granny Blechter story here going on.
We do this. This is the story of Hannibal Lecter. If you're wondering why it sounds like Hannibal Lecter, it's for a reason. Well, it's a pun made up by someone else besides me. This story actually comes from iHorror.com. They do post horror stories when they come into the news that are specifically enticing, and that's what our show likes, so this is perfect for us. 60-year-old grandma arrested after killing and eating 14 people.
Okay.
This is in the UK. The UK's Daily Star. Well, this is in the UK, but the UK's Daily Star reported this. That's what we're reading from now. Within the iHorror story. Wow, I love when iHorror literally says, "This is our story. Now let's go to the Daily Star."
Yeah, no, I mean that's the thing about
That'd be
so
like-
many stories are just like according to. I mean that's what like the Associated Press in the United States.
I know,
you
but it's.
But it is
irking.
like because that's the way it works. Like places like iHorror, you know damn well they can't afford their own damn journalists. Like they probably spend $50 per story.
Hey, iHorror, Jared and I will work not for cheap, but we'll do journalism for you. We will literally get an iHorror van and we will drive around this country.
I am actually not joking about. I have actually thought about trying to go out to some of those like Bloody Disgustings, iHorrors, Fangorias, and whatnot to write articles because I mean generally you will get $50 an article. Like when I did some stories for some music reviews for 7 days, $75 a pop. I didn't care. It was just fun writing 400 words about music. I would so much rather do that for horror, and I could actually say some shit about horror movies.
Me too.
Because I know some shit about horror.
I've seen some shit, mainly because it's a visual medium.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you like horror movies? Oh, I've seen some shit. Yeah? Oh, yeah, some scary shit. Oh, so horror movies. Yeah, like 5 horror movies.
5?
Your whole life, yeah.
Whole life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 2 of them were The Shining, watched over and over again. So, really, 4 horror movies, 2 of which were The Shining.
Well, and then one of the other 3 was Doctor Sleep, which is a sequel to The Shining.
Yes, and then there was the TV miniseries The Shining by Mick Garris.
And then
so most of it's just a Shining marathon, and I counted every episode as one. So technically, I've seen The Shining.
And then the biopic or whatever it was about Room 242 or 247 or whatever that was.
The room one.
Yeah. So you can literally round out all 5 based on nothing more than knowledge of The Shining.
Yeah. It'd be like, yeah, so pretty much if you need anything written about The Shining that's been said already in most documentaries and articles, I can help you out.
Sorry, you only listed 4. 5th one's the book. I read.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Yeah. Somebody videotaped the book for me, and I read it off of TV screen. So
Audiobook, just the audiobook.
Yeah.
But I watched it.
But it was a YouTube video.
YouTube as a like the spoken word videos.
Yeah.
Where the words just come on the screen.
Yeah,
so
that's
technically
right.
you watched it.
Yeah, it had a little bouncy ball on it. I don't know why. There was no rhythm to it. It was just a bouncy ball on top of the entire shiny screen.
And then a beep every time the screen changed, even though you weren't holding your own physical copy
No,
of the
it
book.
didn't matter. Nope, I watched it.
So according to CCTV footage, this grandma was caught after she murdered her 79-year-old friend. She was caught hauling the elderly woman's body parts around in plastic bags, and at a nearby pond, the rest of the woman's body was located. Now, this is just the beginning of the story. A police raid happened after the CCTV footage caught the body parts being transported. Samsonova's, that's the woman's name, the grandma's, flat was uncovered a series of diaries detailing upwards of 14 other murders. And the woman already dubbed Cannibal Lecter, which we've said before, didn't just kill her victims, she chopped them into pieces and even consumed some of them.
Cannibal Lecter.
Now, these go all the way back to possibly 2005 when her husband went missing. And at the time, no one suspected the then 58-year-old woman of, killing her husband. He just went missing, and as elderly people do, sometimes you go to the store to get a loaf of bread, sometimes senility kicks in, get in that rascal, you never stop driving.
Yeah, that's right.
You just keep driving.
That's right. Sometimes you just gotta drag your husband behind a rascal.
Sometimes if you drive on the highway and you see a skeleton on a rascal, there's a wife at home who's like, my husband left me. He just got that rascal. He kept driving, and I think it's okay. But I also have my stories, and he's not interrupting them anymore, so we're okay.
I think so.
So she's already pled guilty to all of her crimes and is insisting that she knew this day was coming, that she would get caught, and that someday she would be put in jail. She basically chopped up 14 people with a knife. This is an old woman. She's not using chainsaws, skill saws, power tools. She lives in an apartment.
Yeah.
It has to be quiet. If she really did, in her diary, as she said, killed 14 people, she had to dismember them with a knife.
But she's cooked a lot of people in her life. I mean, a lot of things in her life. So she's like good. Like she's probably
cooked and ate a few of them.
Yeah, but I'm sure like over the years she's had to go to the butcher shop and butcher some things and things like that. So she's just there with like a cleaver, just chopping things up. Big deal. No bigger deal than buying like a big old pork, like a quarter of a pork piece thing, pig. There we go. And dicing that up, to make it fit in your freezer so you can feed your husband before he goes mysteriously missing on his rascal scooter.
Do you have content for this? I might.
I think we already had the content earlier.
Did we?
But yes. Before we even started the story. We
we
were talking about. Yes, but anyway. Continue.
Well, I was going to say, like, roughly, if you really want to do content for this, you call it Hannibal Lecter. Everyone asks her, why are you named after Hannibal Lecter? She says, I have no idea. She's the sweetest woman. She gives everyone cookies.
Yeah, especially since she was, like, clearly...
She puts people in her will who just help her across the street. Like, she's the sweetest human being. Everyone around her is like a mass murderer. She just happens to live like her kids, like both of them, mass murderers. One of them married a sympathetic mass murderer. Her neighbor also killing people.
Have you watched
She is surrounded by killers, and everyone's always like, with a name like Hannibal Lecter, it's funny you're not buying duct tape and bleach. It's like, oh, that's what my grandson buys.
I haven't watched the second season of, because you were talking about sympathetic to serial killers. I've not watched the second season of It's the End of the Fucking World yet.
I'm 1.5 episodes in. It's interesting and it's good. It's good.
I loved the first season. I kind of want to watch the first season again.
It time jumps
anyway because I kind of forget. I binged it this day
it's
and
wonderful.
a half after it came out. And the first season was like 6 episodes. I think this one's 8.
A lot of people don't know that it's the end of the world. It's the end of the fucking world. Is I think Netflix's 3rd most streamed show.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's a joint thing with like Sky TV or whatever over in
England,
the UK, or BBC4, one of those kind of things. One of the essentially like their Showtime or whatever kind of thing, or their HBO. But it's actually one that was created for that, and it was actually a flop over. And it probably wouldn't have had a second season, and then Netflix picked it up, and everybody watched the shit out of it. I think we talked about it on the show, probably a year and a half ago. But anyway, so the thing that brought me to that was you said somebody sympathetic to a serial killer, which essentially there is part of that in It's the end of the fucking world, because there is one of the characters is a serial killer, and the other one is essentially their sympathetic lover who's like, hey, you know what? Fine, just do what you got to do.
I really dug that show, and I get why it was so popular. And the second season's good. First episode has a bit of a time jump, and then it kicks in, and it's not much. Like, it's a year, I think.
I liked the two
good.
main actors were very good, and the writing seemed solid. It wasn't too, I don't know, it felt British, which is a good thing in some cases because it's like subdued a little bit.
Hello, I'm gonna kill people. Who are you? I'm a girl. I'm gonna murder you. Oh, dude, I'll suck your dick. All right, guess we're gonna kill people together. I'm slightly Australian now.
Yeah. Welcome to Scott's culturally ambiguous summaries of TV shows. We might want to start doing that from now on. Scott's culturally ambiguous summaries of TV shows.
All right, I'll take a biscuit and a boomerang. Where are we?
Oh, you're elderly now, I see.
I don't understand what you want, but let's have a good Irish breakfast of beans and brats.
Well, messing up a lot of things here. Scott's culturally ambiguous summary of TV shows. Dan 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 dan.
We kill people. All right.
So we have time for one more something.
Do we want time?
Do we want to do one of the gift ideas?
I was going to say, let's go back to State of Horror, because it's the shortest.
Okay. So you got State of Horror,
and then
and honestly, gift ideas are not time sensitive. I'm going to put those in a note for next week. Okay? And because you've got...
Oh, no. Keep these gift ideas. Jared had a couple of gift ideas. Well, we each had one.
I'm putting them for next week's show.
And you're hearing the meat and potatoes right here.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm going to type it out for 4.5 minutes now. Yep.
All right.
There we go.
State of Horror, as we've been trying to do this month and last month, is kind of skew these towards cryptids that meet. Last month was Native Americans. This month it's more Christmas theme, more snowy weather, more northern climates. So State of Horror, what we're doing right now is another cryptid this month, and it is the Uriuli.
Yeah, don't ask. Uriuli.
Or hairy men.
Let's go with hairy men.
Yeah. They're a mythical race of creatures that live in the woodland areas of southwestern Alaska, and the stories of the Uriuli describe them as standing 10 feet tall with long, shaggy fur and luminescent eyes. They are said to emit a high-pitched cry resembling that of a loon. Their long, lanky arms have been described as reaching down to their ankles. They are rumored to live in the forest in the area of Lake Liamna. I'm going to guess that one, too.
Fuck it.
The Uriuli are said to be...
So you just stepped on a dog's tail.
I gave up a while ago. Are said to be peaceful creatures.
What's that, boy?
And unlike the Kushtaka of southeastern Alaska... I don't know what the Kushtaka are about. Maybe that might be next week's bit of a... Well, no, we already did Alaska, so we can't do Alaska again. Well, we'll move on to another state. It is said that they also are transformed children who got lost in the woods. And it's possible that this tale started to keep children from getting lost in the woods themselves.
Oh.
Don't get lost in the woods, little Billy.
Don't get lost in the woods, little Billy.
Why?
It's fucking silly. It's really fucking silly.
Why?
If you get lost in the woods, little Billy.
What will I become?
You'll become maybe it's a bagel. Maybe it's a type of topping on a pizza. I don't fucking know, but you don't want to be it, Billy.
Be what? Be what? I didn't hear ya. Be what? Now let's hear the bass drop. Get lost.
New content, get lost.